is up, Rocket Nation? Hopefully you guys are having the best damn Monday ever in the history of Mondays that have ever Mondayed. It's Monday again. I know you guys made it back to Monday and you've been waiting for it. You've been like in the back of your head, I can't wait to go back to work on Monday. Well, you guys have done it. Congratulations. You guys can't be stopped. Honestly, you're model human beings. Society loves you because it keeps rolling because of you fine folks. All right, that's why. Today we're back at it again with some more Baldur's Gate 3. We're gonna do some Baldur's Gate 3 things today, including we have a little frog that we have to deal with. And then we're going to go and find Auntie Ethel, I believe is her name. I'm pretty sure, 95% sure. Hopefully it's right because I put it in the tweet that I was talking about what we're going to do today. So I'm hoping that Auntie Ethel is her name. I'm pretty sure, but we got to go find her. There's something going on with this lady. Something's up with her. Obviously, this entire swamp that we started out in, it was kind of like almost like a, I don't know if this is such a thing, but it felt like a beautiful swamp. It isn't beautiful. In fact, it was all in a I don't even know, a spell, a mirage. I don't know. But what it hid was the sheep were not in fact sheep. They were little, I don't know. They were almost like evil dwarfs. Does anybody know what those things were that we fought yesterday? I have no idea what they even are. But yeah, we're gonna go find out what's going on with Auntie Ethel. She was a pro. When we first came upon her and a couple of gentlemen just out the side of the swamp, they were accusing her of kidnapping their sister, right? They said that she kidnapped her sister, is what we had overheard. And then she said that the sister was staying with her. We also found a note, though, that said she was going to the hag. I don't know why she called her a hag, but she said she was going to the hag for something or other. I can't remember what it was. But we know that something is awry here, all right? Why would there... She tried to give us poisoning apples along the way as well. There was baskets with notes on it that said, stop, have a bite to eat. It's fine. Eat it. And then when we look at the apple, you can actually see that for, I believe it was for 10 turns, it applies poison. It's a fucking poison apple if I ever see... Oh, you know what I wonder? Can we take said poison apples and give them to somebody else and be like, here, you should eat this? Is there any way we could do that? Sorry, it just popped into my head. This is what this game does to me. It makes me start thinking outside the box, which by the way, we're going to start doing that as well today because we might start off with a respec. I want to see, I feel like we're not like, okay, so we are a sort of an assassin from the shadows with a bow. That's kind of what I'm looking for, like a stealthy assassin, sort of like the old days of Skyrim, you know, back in the day when you would hide out in Skyrim and then just shoot from the shadows. Sort of like that. Sage Punk, how are you? Welcome in. It's good to see you. Happy Monday. So I'm thinking that maybe we go back, we respec and see what Ranger has in its skill tree and then sort of decide from there how I'm going to... We may end up just going back out with the exact same build I have now. But what I'm thinking is no matter what we do, I think we're going to take Asterion with us today. I think we're going to bring Asterion out, and I know what you guys are thinking. There's 10 people in chat right now that probably... Actually, there's not even 10 people in chat, and I apologize. But now I feel like I pointed at all of you. There's at least one person in chat right now that is like, that's a bad idea. That's a super bad idea. Hear me out. I have plans. Let's see how this I feel like I need to learn on my own here. I need to make the mistake in order to learn from it, right? I think we're going to take out Asterion with me and essentially give them the exact same build that we give us. And essentially maybe end the fights before the fights ever begin, right? And sort of keep the other two as if we end up in combat, they charge forward to the front of the line. And we have to remember, for the love of God, we have to remember to keep Longstrider active at all times. I have been forgetting to apply this over and over again. Every day, but every time we rest, I always forget. Mirko, what's up? Boogie, what's up? How are you guys? Happy Monday, y'all. Happy Monday, y'all. Or as Boogie likes to call it, Sunday. It is your Sunday, isn't it, Boogie? Oh man, that coffee tastes good today. I got my workout in today. I am back on the workout train. I didn't do any strength training or anything today. I only did cardio. So the new plan is it's your Saturday. Even better. Even better. It's high five. Let's go. Me too. So I got back on the treadmill today. I did 2.5 miles for like 20 minutes. And yeah, back to eating healthy. The pumpkin pie is almost gone. So I feel like it's probably time to set aside the pumpkin pie. I indulged for a weekend. That's all. That's all. One weekend is good enough. So yeah. I wish tomorrow was Sunday, says Mirko. I wish tomorrow was Sunday. Nope, it's your Monday, and I apologize for that. But you know what? I don't feel bad for you because I don't get to take fucking trips to where they shot the Game of Thrones at. Do I? I don't get to go. What is that town's name in Game of Thrones? What's the big city's name in Game of Thrones? Eric. It's not Eric. What is it? Anybody remember? I don't get to take those trips. King's Landing, yeah. I don't get to go and take a trip to King's Landing. So go to work. It's Monday. Dubrovnik, not that town. It feels like people will understand what I'm talking about more if I say King's Landing, because that's where it was shot at. That's the place you went for work. So now nobody feels bad for you now. So you're welcome for that. Mirko, what's up, buddy? How's it going? Boogie, you got anything good planned today? I was on education today, wasn't on work. Oh, well, that's not bad. An easy day then, right? What do they teach you outside? I mean, oh, it probably has to do with your work, and I don't want to make you talk about your work. Boo. Very easy. Yeah, it was an easy day. That's good enough. Yeah, right. Let's suffice it to say it was an easy day. I'm home and chilling, right? That's exactly it. You're home and hanging out. 3 hours in total? Only 3 hours of work? Dude, fuck your Monday, all right? Take your Monday and fuck it, because that Monday's... I deserve that Monday. I'm sorry. Did I... Too much? Too much, Rocket. I apologize. Sorry. Gonna go grill some sausage and burgers and hang with the kids. Oh, I ain't gonna lie. That actually sounds dope. I mean, I got to hang out with the niece and nephew. And at some point, always during any family get-together that we have, it ends up with me, Larissa, and Isaiah in a room somewhere and just bullshitting and fucking hanging out. And man, I miss those fucking days. I'm telling you. I miss when we used to just all hang out all the time. That was all we did. Like, I literally spent every day at their house, and I miss those days. I miss my niece and nephew. Now they're all fucking grown up. They got to go to work. It's bullshit. I just want an allowance. I think we should all just get allowances now from the government. We'll just let AI do all the work for us. I'm sure nothing will go wrong. It'll be totally safe. But we should just do that. All right, I'm going to fire up this game. I got some plans. Like I said, I think we're going to go and we're going to take a look at this Ranger class. Because I feel like we're okay. We're good to like sneak around and stuff. But more or less what's happening is we get into combat and then we just become a Ranger anyways, right? We're from a range. The only thing I'm not sure of is somebody said like the Ranger is like it's like calling in animals and shit like that. That I'm not so much into. I don't care about the calling in animals. I want to know, can I get better archery from the Ranger? So I figure there's no better way than to jump in there and we'll just do a respec here real quick and see. We're just going to go back to camp. Also, I think we're going to switch out. I don't know who I'm going to switch out. I might give up Gale. But the thing is, you know what? Does anybody know if I'm to put Gale in my party and then cast Longstrider on everybody at the beginning of the day and then take him out of my party, do we lose Longstrider or do we get to keep that? Is that a thing? I literally just thought of that. Because I was going to say, the only thing is now we're going to lose Longstrider if we don't have Gale. But I'm thinking about keeping Lysel, bringing Asterion with us, and then me and Shadowheart. I like Shadowheart. She's a very complex character. You never know what she's thinking. Half of her is like, it's almost like she's a good person, but she's not afraid to do like some shady shit to get the job done. Almost seems like a very complex, like she's teetering back and forth is almost the way it feels. Ranger is a cool spell called Entangle that keeps people. We've seen Entangle. We've seen that with in the swamp in that fight. The Entangle that brings up all of the what do you call those? The vines and shit from the trees. Yeah, we've seen that. We got actually Gale, that's how Gale died yesterday. What weapon is Asterion using? We're going to essentially take Asterion. Ishi, what's up, by the way? It's good to see you, buddy. We're going to take Asterion, and we're going to give him the exact same build that we have. Whatever that build is. Essentially, what I'm thinking is me and Asterion, this, and I did, like I said, someone out there is going to be like, this is a horrible idea. I don't care. I want to try it. I find myself, I'm probably listening to too many things at once and not just kind of concentrating on what's getting me off about this game. And I feel like me and Asterion, maybe between the two of us, we might be able to end encounters before they ever start, kind of deal. And then have the others sort of in the back hiding until we need them. And if, let's say, it all pops off, we dash them up, get them up in the front lines of the combat, and then go from there. And I don't know how this is going to work out, but that's kind of my thought. Yep, you can cast Longstrider, then leave the caster in camp. Okay, that's perfect. Dude, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I instinctively thought that. I was like, oh, but if we give up Gale, I'm going to lose Longstrider. I wonder, though, if I can cast Longstrider and then switch. And that's intuitive, you know what I mean? There's so many things that are intuitive about this game that when things don't happen, like the way that you expect them, it's almost like you think they should have. You know, it almost is. And I was talking to Captain Smalls about this game last night. He's like, so are you liking it? I'm like, dude, I actually love it. But the strengths of this game are in the same vein its weaknesses. You almost have to be... You have to be in the right mood or the right mindset to play this game, because the moment that you don't... It's... What makes the game good is its granular control over every little thing. But also, that also means, even when you're not in the mood to be under control of all the granular little things, you still are. You still got to think about those things. I still got to think, while I'm walking 4 feet through this fucking swamp, is there a trap here that I'm going to, you literally, it's very, everything's very deliberate. And, so there's no just like, I'm going to run in here and just fire off some few shots. And no mindless play. No mindless gameplay, right? That kind of deal. Ishi says, as long as you have a balance of range and up close, it should be fine. This is what I was thinking about, because I was literally on the treadmill thinking about it, and I was like, man, you know what? Maybe we should just check Ranger and see how what's up with Ranger, because I don't know. I feel like we're only sneaky up through that first encounter, the first step of combat, right? And then after that, I just become a Ranger. Well, if that's the case, why don't I just become a Ranger and maybe lean into that 100% rather than, anything else? It's like, I feel like right now, it's like I'm trying to be sneaky, but then it just ends up with I'm only going to be sneaky for the first portion of the fight. So if we end up staying in like that sneaky formation, I think Asterion with me, at least then we can burst down pretty much the biggest, baddest mofo out of the group in the first round, I would think, especially if we reset and everything like that too, like our attacks. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to experiment with it. We're going to take a look at it here real quick. Let's go back to camp right now. Let's go back to camp right now. Right now. And we're going to go and talk to whatever his name is. Asterion, we haven't even taken him out with us at all. So I like Gale, though. There's one thing, though. I do like Gale. And how are we going to explain this away as far as lore-wise? It's because that close call with Gale really made Anita think a little bit harder about what's going on around her. Now people are looking to her for leadership. And Gale could have died. Matter of fact, he did die. He could have died for permanent, though. So that's our lore reasons. I just made that up right now. Sorry. After all, healing isn't the most important in this game. No, it's really not, is it? I thought healing was going to be super, super important, but now I'm finding that while it is important, I feel like it almost feels like, how do I put it? I don't know. It's like damage reigns supreme. The faster that you can get the tough guy down, that like when we faced off against Kaga, she was kind of ridiculous. You get rid of that first enemy, and kind of the rest are kind of scrubs. So it's usually like one master enemy, and then the rest around them are like their underlings. It's almost the way it feels. So if we can get rid of that big person on the first round, and I would love to be able to keep sneaking as well with Asterion and me, and like stay out of combat while kind of still being in combat, if that makes sense to anybody. I don't know. We've been able to do it a couple of times now where we entered in combat in sneak, and then it popped off, and then we were able to sneak again and get hidden, and then the enemies essentially just skipped their turn because they didn't know where I was. So then we were able to pop back out and then do a sneak attack on them again. And also that first attack is surprise, so we got 2 attacks for the first one. Then we're able to hide. I don't know how we did it though. I remember the fog was one time. We did it with the fog spell. From the playstyle you explained, I think you either go Ranger, Gloomstalker, or Rogue Assassin. Yeah, we're gonna get in here. I wanna see what.
Feet can carry me.
I mean, we don't. It's not like we had talked about this. I think Sage
spins along as it should.
Spins along. I think it was.
Dost thou require a new ally, or mayhaps a resurrection?
Did he just say mayhaps? Why did that make me so angry? Why did the word mayhaps? You knock it off. Can you? So, I think it was Sage and me that were talking about this when we had first seen this. If we change our class the 100 until we finalize it, it doesn't. So we're able to just go in here for free and look without having to actually finalize it. So, all right, so let's go in here. We're just gonna go Ranger. Let's look at what Ranger has. So, studying the tactics and abilities of certain creatures has granted you a set of abilities that is useful in a variety of situations. So, Bounty Hunter, you gain proficiency with investigation. Creatures you hit with Ensnaring Strike. What is Ensnaring Strike? What is Ensnaring? That doesn't have a thing. Either ranged or melee have disadvantage on saving throws. All right. Keepers of the Veil. You specialize in hunting creatures from the planes of existence. You gain proficiency in Arcana and can cast protection from good and evil. I don't think that's... no. Mage Breaker. You have a history of battling spellcasters. You gain proficiency in Arcana and cast True Strike. What is True Strike? Gain advantage on your next attack roll. This could guarantee that even if we don't have a teammate within 5 feet, isn't it? 5 feet. True Strike is garbage. This would guarantee that our second hit, like the next hit in combat, would be, well, this is going to be an action though, isn't it? Yeah, this is an action. Yeah. I mean, that kind of kills it right there, right? If this is a bonus action, this becomes useful. If it's an action, it kind of doesn't. Because then you're going to be using your action, which you could have done damage with, to just give yourself advantage on the next one. You're essentially just skipping your roll. Yeah, that's why it's garbage right there, Repeat. Repeat, what's up? It's good to see you. How are you? Yeah, that's why it's garbage right there. If it was... yeah, if it's not an action and it's a bonus action, I think that's probably still, that's a good, because then you could use your action, use that as your bonus action. Next time around, I could use the sneak attack, which we don't have now because we're not rogue. Ranger Knight, you have sworn to serve a crown or nation and seek to bring its foes to ruin. Gain skill proficiency in history and armor proficiency with heavy armor. I don't feel like that doesn't kind of fit the play style, does it? Or the build, or what we have going so far. Because I don't think heavy armor on her is good. I don't think that's, no. Sanctified Stalker, you swore to hunt the enemy of the Holy or Druid Order. You gain proficiency in religion and can cast Sacred Flame. Bounty Hunter, I feel like it's pretty much... I don't even think it's a question. It's Bounty Hunter, right? Like, this I don't care about. Find Familiar. Is this a cantrip too? Or no, this is not a cantrip. Yeah, I don't even think I'll use this. But, yeah, I don't think I'll use that, but it is what it is. Years of traveling the wild have made you particularly attuned to beast or a... wait, oh, to bests? What, beasts? Or adept at surviving in certain environments. Beast Tamer. So this is what, it was you, Ishi, that told me this is more about, like, Calling forth animals. That part I don't care about. I want it. You have cultivated a strong bond with animals. You can cast Find Familiar without expending a spell slot. What the hell is Find Familiar? Summon a familiar, a face spirit that takes any form of your choosing. Oh, that just... Okay, so that's this. They're here, right? That's what's going on down there. Like a crow? Oh, that could be kind of cool, right? Urban Tracker. An expert in navigating the wild within the city. You gain proficiency with sleight of hand. Ooh. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're not going to get those proficiencies that we got before, are we? I didn't think about that. How do we get to change our main skills here? Or no? Oh yeah, that's abilities right here, right? So maybe we might end up redoing this. Yes. Sleight of hand. Yeah, no, we don't get the extra one, do we, from Rogue? So Rogue had another one. It wasn't proficiency. What was the right-hand column? I can't remember what that was. Obviously, it's not going to be those. But, expertise, that was right. We had expertise with them. We still get the... And actually, they had 4 proficiencies, right? Survival. Insight would be good, right? Because, for conversations, reading into people. Athletics would be good for pushing, right? Isn't athletics good for pushing? Resisting being shoved. Thought it was good for shoving too. And then the next one would kind of be a waste, wouldn't it? I don't know. Let's go back in here and actually look before we continue any further. So that would give us that sleight of hand proficiency without needing to be with Rogue, right? I feel like that one's really good. Wasteland Wanderer Cold. You have spent endless days surviving desolate tundras. You gain resistance to cold damage, resistance to fire damage, resistance to poison damage. Fire might be useful. We see that all the fucking time, don't we? Like every time we turn around, we're getting set on fire from something. That would be kind of good too. Interesting. Yeah, I'm thinking on this one. Maybe we pull back the strength to 10. Put that one at 16, right? Keep 10 charisma. We have deception still. Insight. It's too bad we couldn't get... so it's +0 in all these, isn't it? It's too bad we can't get that one in... there's like an extra one. I don't even know where the hell to put it. What is nature? Recognize plants and animals. Hugs trees. Instantly done. No. Animal handling. I don't mind pet all the dogs. Okay, I don't mind that one. Survival. Stay alive in the wilds. Track prey. Oh, this would give us probably proficiency when seeking out the things to dig, right? Like the... I mean, for whatever use that is to us, it's better than the other ones, I guess. Right? Like, that's better than the other ones. So then we could... I feel like that might be a better way to roll. What was... More health wouldn't always be bad, right? That's what Constitution is. I don't know. Why do I have it in my head like we need wisdom? I feel like we need wisdom, right? Well, wisdom is kind of pointless on a ranger. I think we need it for something, don't we? Wasn't it? Sense intuition improves spellcasting with clerics, druids, and rangers. And rangers, right there. It's right there in the wording. +2 to saving throws from wisdom. Why did I think we needed this for some reason? How often they casting spells though? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Let's just see. We'll just keep it like that for now. Confirm. I just want to see what comes down the road for Rogue. Like, we already looked at this for Rogue, didn't we? We didn't see these, though. These we didn't see. I think there's no question, though. Bounty Hunter, if we want to go down there, and Urban Tracker for the sleight of hand proficiency. Because we now don't have it through Rogue. So, what? Aw, shit. I shouldn't have done that. I thought we could... Well, damn it. I thought it was going to give us our next level up, not confirm and end it. God damn it. This fucking game. That was super awesome. We just basically wasted 100, I'm thinking. Unless we end up staying in it, I guess. All right, so we do get level up Ranger. We get class feats, a level 1 spell slot. God damn it, Withers. I know it, right? The son of a bitch. We get 2 spells, which I'm not too keen on, and then fighting style. What are the spells that we can get? Animal Friendship. We can do our own healing. Ensnaring Strike. This is what you were talking about, right, Boogie? Ensnaring Strike. Your attack summons thorny vines that possibly ensnare your target for 10 turns, too. That's pretty dope. And you can use it as a bonus action. That's pretty awesome. We can cast our own fog if we want to do that. Goldberry. Healing. Conjure 4 magical berries into your companion's inventory. And then they have to probably use it. That seems horrible. Hail of Thorns. The thorns deal weapon damage to the target and then explode. The explosion deals an additional 1 to 10 piercing damage to the target and surrounding creatures. On miss, the thorns still explode. On save, targets still take half damage from the explosion. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Hunter's Mark. 1d6 slashing conditional. Mark a target as your query and deal an additional 1 to 6 whenever you hit within a weapon attack. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's just an extra 1 to 6 damage, right? People online say that you can get away with 14 wisdom on Ranger. All right, I feel like I just wasted 100 anyways. I didn't mean to do that. So we may end up going back and, yeah, we'll take care of that. I just figured we'd work through that. I wanted to see what else is here. Oh, we can do Enhanced Leap. Isn't that one that we had triple a creature's jumping distance? Can this be used alongside of Longstrider? That is an action. It does cost a level 1 spell slot though, right? So there is that. Nah, I was thinking about this for movement, for staying out and away from enemies. You can just steal it back. Yeah, it's only 100 gold. It's no big deal. We'll make that back in no time. Hunter's Mark. I kind of like that one. I like Ensnaring Strike. We could use Longstrider ourselves, but we now know that we have a free way of doing that, right? And then there's Speak with Animals. I think Ensnaring Strike in this, right? Like those feel good. Or I feel like this one's actually really good. Your attack summons thorny vines, possibly ensnare. What is the save? So it's a strength save. And this is a bonus action. That's really dope. This is also a bonus action, which is really dope. Both of them bonus actions. I like the idea of having fog, but that's going to be an action and a spell slot, which means we use it once. It's one and done. Possibly a reason to keep what's his name in the party, Gale, for his fog, but I don't know. Maybe we can do something with anybody know if we can get this spell with Shadowheart? Nope. I think Ensnaring Strike uses both action and bonus action. Is that what that means? It says action or bonus action there. Is that what it means? It uses both? And that one just uses... Oh, that's fucking horrible. I mean, this is just something added into our repertoire, right? I wouldn't... Well, then, if that's the case, maybe... I mean, this is going to be an action as well. God, I wish this was a bonus action. Well, if he uses both, essentially it's basically just using up a turn. I still think that that's going to be more useful in the long run than fog, because somebody being able to be stood in place for 10 turns, that's kind of huge.